Alright, so we got the 1047 spoilers, and the wait is worth it because this chapter is super hyped just as the others have been. But before we get into them, let me give you a recap on what happened in the previous chapter because we are coming off of a break. And coming to the end of the chapter, we see Momonosuke and Yamato basically establishing that Momonosuke is going to have to keep Onigashima afloat with his own flame cloud. Because this whole time it's been Kaido's flame clouds that have been holding up Onigashima, but due to the beatdown that he's receiving from Luffy, they're weakening. This is where Momonosuke's big significance is coming back into play, and I assume that this is going to be the lingering plot line going forward. Then in the final panel of the chapter, we see Luffy literally grab lightning, in which he's going to use as a weapon against Kaido. And that brings us to chapter 1047, which is called the Capital Sky. In the color spread, the Straw Hats are on the beach with Dragon Momo. That means, unfortunately, we're not getting a cover story because, we're getting this cover spread. And I say unfortunately because on the previous chapter's cover story, we saw two people show up to Whole Cake Island, or two silhouetted individuals, and it said 2 intruders in Pudding's home, Chocolate Town. And this is exciting because, we don't know who they are, and it's led to a lot of speculation. Like, is this finally the Blackbeard pirates making their move? Or is it Crocodile and Das Bones? Or is it more Germa? We have no idea, and I guess we're going to have to wait another 2 weeks to find out because next week, all of Jump is on break. It's not just the Oda break. We get a flashback of Oden's burning castle when Momo decided to travel to the future. Luffy uses Gomu Gomu no Thunder. Okay, so this goes back to what I said happened in the final panel of the previous chapter. Luffy going straight up Zeus on Kaido, and no surprise here by the name of this move, but I'm sure this is going to be incredible. Kaido's a tanky beast anyway, so I'm sure this will only do so much. Also, guys, could you please subscribe to my channel? Literally tens of thousands of you consistently watch my videos, or at least the One Piece spoilers that I do, but you don't subscribe. And hey, I get it. Maybe I'm not good enough, but also I've been told that, sometimes the viewers just don't even think to subscribe, and that's why you have to remind them. So please subscribe so I can, get more subs, because the other big YouTubers bully me. I'm like Buggy and Roger's crew at this point. So could you please at least get me up to like Sunbell level? Thanks, guys. Kaido confirms Roger wasn't a devil fruit user. He also says that abilities are not necessary to dominate the world. And I guess we always kind of knew this, right? At least when we saw flashbacks of Roger fighting, it didn't seem like he had any kind of fruit, right? He was kind of just using hockey, especially like the advanced variant of Conquerors, where you can use like the lightning power aspect of it. I think it makes sense that Roger wouldn't have eaten a fruit because he's like one of the most through and through pirates in the series. So like the other characters who haven't eaten fruits, I'm sure his reasoning was like, why would I lose the ability to swim? Seems like a pretty crucial aspect of being a pirate. And I guess it goes further into what Kaido's saying about abilities are not necessary to dominate the world. But I'm sure there's also a deeper meaning to what Kaido is saying too. I mean, we're not getting all of the dialogue here. But also Imu, in my opinion at least, used the ancient weapon Uranus, which is very likely to be the moon that Enel is on, to alter the water as well. That's why like the Grand Line is a thing and everything is segregated to the blues. So that could also be what Kaido is hinting at here. Like, you don't need like the super powerful devil fruits, but if you have like the ancient weapons or something like that, along with, crazy hockey, then you can dominate the world. Which also makes sense because, that's one of the main things that the Yonkos and the other Pirate King hungry pirates want. Burning Orochi loses Sea Stone Nail and transforms. Are you kidding me? Bro, just die. This is like what, the third or fourth false death this guy has had. So going back to chapter 1044, Orochi was trapped in his own room in the burning Onigashima, and we saw that Hiyori was there with him, and that she'd also put sea stone nails in him, to stop him from activating his fruit, which is like the only thing that he really has going for him. And then randomly, out of nowhere, like a lingering little sprite of Kanjuro's Kazenbo thing came up and kind of kamikazed itself into Orochi, Orochi, setting him on fire, and we assumed that that was it for him, right? I mean, that would have been a nice little compromise so that Hiyori wouldn't have to, you know, kill a dude. Momonosuke wouldn't have to kill a dude either, and he's kind of foiled by his own scheme. But no, he's back again, and the nails are out because I guess the fire took care of them. I don't know, and he's transforming into his Yamata mode. So it's anybody's guess as to what's going to happen with him now. Are like this lingering scabbards gonna take care of him because they already kind of had their moment with him? Or is it going to be Momonosuke? I don't know. Is he gonna kill him because he still has to hold up Onigashima? Is this where Dendro comes back? Where is even Dendro? Pretty sure he's been like pseudo dead like the rest of them after his fight with Kaido, right? I don't know. There's just so many candidates who could take out Orochi at this point. Maybe he doesn't even die. Maybe he just winds up getting arrested or whatever, and then they throw him in the slammer. I don't know. In my opinion, it just kind of seems unnecessary at this point. Luffy creates a massive punch that's bigger than Onigashima's castle to attack Kaido. Whoa. Okay, so Onigashima, as we could see, is very big. So this has got to be Luffy's greatest feat in the series at this point, right? And by far his most powerful attack. I mean, his King Kong gun was pretty substantial, but this is like 100 times bigger than that or something. And also, it makes you think, is this the moment where he defeats Kaido? I mean, I'm sure Kaido could take this. I'm sure he could take anything because, you know, he's taken everything at this point, but this is on a whole different level. But if he doesn't defeat Kaido with this, then it might go back to Kaido catching on fire or something, like we speculated about previously before Gear 5 was revealed, because we thought at that point, you know, Luffy's form was more resin based than rubber, and that resin being flammable could have caused Kaido's death so that it would be similar to how Odin died. And that still could happen, but man, this Onigashima-sized punch, which seems way more grand than that, and this will certainly make an incredible anime sequence, I mean, if everything else hasn't already. But also, as I mentioned before, we still don't know if Kaido has awakened his fruit or not. I mean, we gotta assume if anybody has, it's him, but he hasn't really said anything yet. So is there going to be like another level to Kaido, where he's like, ha, I was actually still holding back this whole time, Luffy, and here's my awakening? I don't know. But let me know what you think about this in the comments, guys. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.